Okay guys, welcome to another video. Today you can see I'm not sitting anywhere. I'm not going to be discussing anything on the F1, although we did have the Bahrain Grand Prix, so maybe we'll have a chat about that later in the week. But I apologize again. I always choose the worst time to do videos. There's a lot of wind noise. It looks like it's gonna start raining. It's starting to drizzle, so anyway, as you would have seen from the title in this video, I have officially got a new project car. Now, the last time we had a car on this channel was a really long time ago when I had the Civic Type R FN2 that I landed up turbocharging. We had a couple of projects in between that with the Mercedes, the VW Beetles, some old 5 Series, but I basically explained in an old video what happened to all those cars and where those cars are. So without further ado, I'm going to introduce you to the new project that I've picked up that you're going to be seeing a lot more on the channel, and we can talk through it right now. So here we are, and as you can see, we landed up picking up an EK Civic. So this is a 98 EK Civic, and I'll give you guys a quick walk around. I'm not going to do anything in depth or particularly long, but we can have a really nice chat about the car. I'll show you guys inside as well, but a pretty clean Civic. A couple of small dings that you may spot over there, just on the tailgate by the headlight, but pretty much a stock Civic EK. And let's jump inside. It's gonna be a bit quieter inside, I think, for us to actually have a discussion. Let's zoom out a bit here so you guys can actually see what's going on. The most important thing, as you may have noticed, is that we have a manual gearbox, right? For everything else, it's pretty much really standard. I think it looks really good. It's really clean. I did buy it. It's got an aftermarket radio, as you can see in there. Stock steering wheel. Pretty much stock seats all the way in the back. It does need a good clean, so we'll get onto that. I actually just picked it up, so I haven't had a chance to do much. So let me flip you guys back over. So what's the plan? Why did I land up with an EK Civic? Well, first of all, I needed a car. I think I've told you guys that I was looking at getting something. And I thought about something that I could use as a daily, something that's reliable, but at the same time, something that I could work on, that I could make a fun project. Now, there's a lot of options out there, right? I also explained my situation of where I am, and so I wanted something with a reliable base. That was the first thing. I didn't want to get into anything Euro at the moment. I landed up just moving, so need to set up, get tools and everything going again. So didn't really have the setup or even the time as yet to be able to start fiddling with cars, which is why I didn't want to get a Euro. So I went back to basics. You know, they say when you're unsure, you go back to default settings, and my default settings was the Honda Civic. I didn't want to get anything newer, I would say, than a FK2 onwards, purely from a pricing perspective, right? I'm not going to be driving the car every day. It's purely just going to be a fun run around. You know, may use it now and then to get to work, but more of a project. And additionally to that, the cost to mod, you know, an FK onwards are really expensive. It's also pretty pricey with the FN2, you know, if you're using some good quality parts. So I didn't want to get an FN2 because I had an FN2, and I went all out with the FN2, as you would have seen my old videos. Turbocharged it, gearbox, suspension, brakes, cosmetics, interior, So it's been there, I've done that. I didn't want to go through the same thing again. Then I looked one generation back at the EP generation. Um, I know a lot of people say it's very raw, it's a good driving experience. I just felt like it was a bit too similar to my FN2, and to be honest, it wasn't something that I really loved as a platform, which brings me to the EK, right? Now, the EK, I think, has a spot in, I would say, automotive cult history. Everybody loves, well, most people love an EK Civic, especially in the Honda world. EK is a very big platform because they're light, they handle really well. You know, there's a lot of mods and aftermarket support for them. And they're cheap, right? They're cheap to buy, they're cheap to run, they're reliable, and there's a lot you can do to them, which is why I landed up basically getting this EK over here. So, when I started looking for this EK, basically the shape, a couple of things that I wanted. I know from and this sounds very picky, but I wanted something that was a bit more modern in terms of interior, as modern as you can get on a 90s car. But I wanted specifically the electric windows that you can see over there, central locking. It just makes my life easy. I don't want to be rolling up windows. I know that sounds really pedantic, but it gives me a later model car. Then I thought about, what do I go with, an auto gearbox or a manual? And for what I want to do looking into the future, we had to go manual gearbox. And I think that kind of gives you guys a hint of what I want to do to this car. I'm not going to speak about all the mods. I'll do a separate video doing, you know, what sort of plans I have for the car, what I want to change, what I want to do up. It's going to be my daily, but it will also be my project car. So I'm going to be doing things, you know, slowly as we go along. It's not going to be out of action for months at a time like my FN2 was when I was turbocharging it. But there's going to be a lot more content coming now that I have the EK as opposed to before. So quick video. Hope you guys like it. Hope you guys like the car. I'll maybe do a bit more in-depth review on another video, just, you know, kind of walking you through the car, some of the things I've picked up about it, some of the things I don't like about it, some of the things that I do like about the car, and what my plans are in a future video. So for now, we've got an EK, another Honda back on the channel. Thanks so much guys for watching, and we'll catch you again soon. Cheers.